links. Once I do the search, if I close out of it, that link doesn't go right back to it. If that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense, might have to look into that one.
Okay.
You used to be able to do it, cause it was like the playbook.
Yeah, I mean, so I know you can do like save searches and that kind of stuff, but that doesn't give you that. Solution there,
Right.
so, Okay, so let's answer your first question first, the blog post. I've been doing these for my mom and I really like how they've been coming out. So like for her. We've just been kind of picking some random topics, like. She got her loan originator license, so it made sense for us to do a mortgage blog post, it's kind of like as a
Yeah.
dual thing. And so, I mean, there's nothing super fancy about the blog post page itself, like it's pretty, like you don't have to put an image in here, you can if you want, but you don't have to. And then you just, put all your stuff in, you can link stuff if you want, and then that's pretty much it, like there's nothing super fancy about it. But it's very easy to do, so. In command, go to your website, and then you can hit edit agent site here, or you can come into settings and hit edit my website here. You click it out here, it's gonna take you into this. View. And this is, I hate to say this, but this is useless in my opinion.
Yeah.
Up here where it says expert mode, you're gonna click into that. That's gonna take you to Brightspot, which is our new website host since they made that big update. You can take a tour if you want, I'm just gonna hit explore on my own. This warning up here, you can just ignore it, all it really means is. They did some updating to the homepage used to be like, you could edit your images in your background, your featured. Listings like criteria, and pretty much that was it, like you could hide stuff, but you couldn't do anything to it. Well, they got a lot of feedback on, well, it would be nice if I could customize my home screen so it looked different than your home screen.
Right.
And so they made that ability, so that warning is just saying that it's now no longer a default page, it's now a custom page, because you can edit it custom wise. So you can pretty much ignore that one's good to go, but for you specifically in this quick start guide. This blog post right here is the first one on here. It's that simple, you're just gonna click it and it's gonna open up your blog post page. Give it a headline and a sub headline. This plus button right here is where if you wanted to make a graphic to put in there, you could do that. You can also, I think, add a video. You might be able to even do a gallery in there. And then the body is where you would post all of your stuff.
But like, how do you add them, like, this has just been not user friendly to me, and maybe it's me, but like. So I'm trying to upload, say I have an image of my newsletter already done. And I wanna upload that image.
Oh, you wanna put that in like the body? I would come into the body and then there's this little picture image button right here. And I would try putting it right in here. It might be that you've gotta copy and paste. Like you've gotta remake that into the page, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It might not show. Like full. Screen, let's see if there's something on this computer.
Can I have more than one image or?
Yeah, you should be able to. Yeah, it does, it seems like it's taking up the whole page.
Yeah. Okay.
And then, the key here on this headline sub headline thing The headline's what's gonna make your URL. So for mine, it would be lexih.kw.com/blog/whatever I put in headline. Spaces would be dashes, so if I did. Love your home with a space in there, it would be lexih.kw.com/blog/love-your-home. So that's why I do like the shorter headlines and then like a longer sub headline. Because it makes such a long, like, look at this one I didn't
Yeah.
do, look how long that URL is.
Yeah.
And that's because I have a long headline.
Right.
If I made a shorter headline and made this a small, longer or bigger, because this doesn't affect the URL, that would be my suggestion, it just looks cleaner. Especially when you paste it into social media. The shorter URLs look better.
Looks like I can only do one image though.
Try doing, okay, try doing a gallery then. Sorry. Oh, it's gonna do a
Side by side like that.
arrow. Which,
That can be okay.
yeah, I don't necessarily hate, that's for sure.
We'll
I
play.
still think it might work. I mean, I guess it depends on how fancy. The look that you're going for, it might make sense just to kind of deconstruct it into. The blog post itself.
And then cannot exceed one item.
Which one cannot exceed one?
I'm trying to put. Multiple images.
Oh, exit out of here. And then exit that little thing and then go back up in your picture. And you get all three. And then that's where you do multiple.
Thank you.
Yep. So, I mean, it's fairly. Like I said, there's not a whole heck of a lot you can do here, which I think is good, because now we're not, getting wild and crazy, but you can also add tags. So people, if you have like 500 blog posts, you could add tags for different things. So that they're easy to search for. When you're done, you have three options. You can save it, which is just gonna save it as a draft in your thing, it's not gonna publish it. You can schedule it to publish, so you can say, I want to post a new blog post every week, but I wanna do all of them right now.
Yeah.
You can schedule them out whenever you want, or you can just hit publish, which is just gonna publish them. Like, right, and then your, like I said, your URL is gonna be in here, the easiest thing too is if you just like expand. That you can give a preview, kind of see what it looks like, so you can see what this carousel looks like. So. I have no idea where this image came from, I was just wondering. So I do like the blog posts, I think I like the images on the top of them, but you don't have to do the images. The hero images if you don't want to,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay, so like, here's the one I just did. When I go to my blog. And it's got these, which I like, but we not they did those and that's fine,
Yeah.
but like, it's got some on my blog. Okay, so got those ahead of it. Which is fine.
Yeah, you have to work.
Oh, I got it. Probably just do the content on it, but not.
Yeah, that would be my suggestion, would be to deconstruct it. If you come back into your website. And then in these default pages, there should be a page, log list page. This is where you can edit that. So it's just kind of, it's doing a dynamic 10 with no filter. You can do sort by newest published date. But what it's doing right now is it's got them on there as featured. So to get those 4 off, you just have to hit these little minus buttons. And make sure they're all red, and that's just gonna pull them off the filter, and so now it's just gonna filter it by. This, whatever you click the sort by. These 2. And then essentially the same thing on your homepage, so there's a couple different places you might have to do this, at least to start. So you get it like all sorted, on your homepage, which is now under custom pages. Your blog posts also show here, so you're just gonna come into the blog here. And make sure that it's not, like, again, these ones are, it's set up on basic right now. So I would move it to dynamic. And then just unfeature these, if you wanted to feature. Yours, you could, but I would probably just sort it by newest published date on your homepage as well.
How do I do that? Cause I don't even see the ones that I make money
On your homepage,
on the list of the. I've got to pay that in. Take it from our experts. And then take it from our experts, so those are the 4 that they give us.
Yeah.
Where am I?
oh, that's because these are just the ones that are featured, so like if you hit the plus thing. It would give you the little search magnifying glass. Then it would give you, and you'd be able to find yours, but what you don't necessarily want to do that, because you just wanna unfeature these.
Right.
So that it'll sort by whatever your sort is. So I would just, on all of these, hit the little red line.
But they'll still be there.
Yeah, they'll still be in the thing, it's just not gonna, like, all, what it's doing essentially is it's like hitting them to the top of the menu. And so by unfeaturing them, you're just unpinning them from the top. And so change it from basic to dynamic. And then scroll down a little bit, and then I would sort it by newest published date, that's fine. And then it should. Theoretically still right. Yeah. There you go. And then you would.
There we go. Okay.
Yeah, just make sure you save it.
Okay.
And then same thing on that home, on your homepage,
Yeah.
in the blog thing, do the same thing, if it's on basic, put it to dynamic and then. Unpin essentially,
That I can do.
so.
Thank you. And then the search feature one.
Yeah, I'm gonna look into it because. I fully, I understand what you're asking and I don't know. To be honest with you. I don't know if that's like a setting that was. Like unavailable with the new websites. Or if there's something like a different way that you need to handle that URL to get it to stay or something along those lines, so. Let me dig into it and I will ask and see, what I can come up with. Cause there's gotta be a better way to do it, if you find it. So.
Cause I know for a while, like I just had that. Like it would, like once I did the search for like, I think I did Georgetown, Lexington, and maybe that's it. And open houses. And then I could just run that with that link, and as the weeks changed, and basically it was a constant searching that when they clicked on it.
Yeah. Yeah, let me see what I. Thank you. Any other questions while I still got you for a minute?
I'm good.
Okay. So. I like our websites, I think there's a lot you can do with them. And I also think the limitations that we have on them are. In my opinion, good limitations, because it keeps you from. Getting so customized to the point that it's not doing you any good, I guess. And it kind of keeps you from doing stuff that on other websites would probably mess up your website to a certain extent, so.
It says my website's beta. I mean, it's a really novice question, but where's my where's the real website?
You have to hit edit my website,
Edit, agent site, okay.
and then in the top right, hit expert mode.
I just like to find I'm not trying to change your approach, I like to find something that. Really uses my website to drive people in my direction, drive people either. Actively send me something, whether they're looking at a listing, whether they're looking at like how great KW is, I mean, that's what I want to drive. I want to use it most effectively.
Well, that's a trick question, because you're giving a lot of power to the website. And it can't, the website is a tool, but it's only a tool if you use it, so if you want to drive traffic. To a contact form on your website, then you have to share your website, and you have to make. Whatever is connected to you sharing that website so valuable and so. Like, yes, that's information that I want, that people want to fill out the contact form. So we can set up contact forms, we can set up custom pages to drive traffic into your command and all that kind of stuff, but at the end of the day, if you're not posting about it. Or you're not sharing the link, or you're not creating the value attached to the link. The website's not gonna do you any good, like we can build all of these fancy pages and it can be phenomenal, but if you're not sharing the link.
Well.
You know what I mean, so it's a trick.
Is there some strategy that if I have this perfect website, can I systematically send out the link to everyone in my CRM?
Yeah.
You know, not every day, but I mean,
Yeah,
you know, twice,
and I mean, I guess,
every other month.
well, my question to you in response to that would be, what would you share? If we created blog posts, would you share your blog post? If we created, like a page with information for first time home buyers, would that be something that you would update every month and send out?
Yeah,
Like, it really has to be, what do you want? And what is a representation of your business and your strategies within your business to grow it? So when we're talking about leveraging your website for all of these things, it's all gonna come back to your goals and your business. So if our niche is first time home buyers, then we wanna share pages and blog posts and those kinds of things for first time home buyers. And I mean, the big thing is just that anything we post or anything we do comes back to a link on our website that sends them back to our website. Get away from sending Zillow links and homes.com links and all of those kinds of things, because that's just what's causing.
Well, I've been told to use the KW app. And, you know, I wanna educate my users, I wanna educate my clients to use my KW app.
Mhm.
But if it's not listed on the MLS, they're not gonna find it.
Correct. Yeah, correct.
And then that's what I run into a lot, is they say, well, I couldn't find it there, so I found it here on Zillow, here it is, that's exactly the last deal I did last night. It came to me on a Zillow post.
Was it a for sale by owner? Then how was it not on KWLS? If it's in the MLS, it should be on there.
Well,
What was,
the
what was
address is 534 Main Street. Painesville, Kentucky.
what was it, 534?
534 Main Street. Comma, Painesville, Kentucky, 41240. It's not listed in Central Kentucky. That's it. So it's on an MLS, but not ours. And some of it's user ability, operator ability.
Yeah. Eastern Kentucky.
It's an e-car,
Did you get it under contract last night?
yes.
Nice.
Yes, but here it is, okay. There's one that was sold back in 23. Sold back in 16, okay, here's the one. See if this is current. Takes it a minute. What year was that? No, shoot. That's 530, it's not 534. I'm saying, I didn't, I just went, tried to pull it up through. Try to pull it up through KW, and I don't get it, I don't find it. And so you found it on Zillow. Okay. You know, and I just gotta find a workaround.
Well, I'm wondering if the workaround is I send this information, which is what I'm doing, I'm getting the stuff to do this. To support a KW and ask them why. This MLS isn't fully onto the KWLS, and it might just be that. We don't have any KWs in Eastern Kentucky.
Sure.
So. It could just be that that's an MLS that. No KW agent is a part of, so there's no.
Bo's the only one I know, Bo's a part of it, somehow.
Yeah. So it might just be that they haven't. Because what Donnie Burke talked to me about when I asked him why it was taking 24 hours for pictures to pull over onto the websites. And he said. You have to think about the fact that KW Labs and KWLS is syndicating every MLS in the nation. Which is thousands of MLSs, right? And each MLS is different. Some may say beds bath, some may say bed bath. You know what I mean? Like every MLS has a different thing. Some have fields for acreage and some call them plot. You know what I mean? Like everything is different. And so they have to take each MLS and figure out what each thing matches so that when it pulls onto your KW website, no matter what MLS it comes from, it connects the dots and it looks right. So it might be that Eastern Kentucky e-collar is just on the bottom of the list because no agent. You know what I mean? Nobody's brought it to their attention, nobody's said anything about it, so they've just kind of like. Messed with all of the other issues that their MLSs or, you know, whatever, I don't know. It could just be one thing that we just need to make them aware that it's not, those MLSs aren't pulling. And it could be something else entirely that they're not.
Yeah, okay.
A thing.
Yeah, I mean, I always have to go to realtor.com, and that's where I go, I don't know if it's smart or not, I do go to realtor.com, start pulling them together.
Yeah.
Cause I showed 5 properties over the weekend, and 2 of them were on the MLS. That I could get to anyway, and well, they were on ours, two out of the 5 were on ours, but anyway, back to the website. I just want to use it effectively as possible, and then you ask me if I'm gonna write a blog, no, I'm not. And I've done landing pages, and that has helped me drive people to my CRM. And would like to do that now, I've got a listing, I'd love to get something going on it, I'm doing an open house this Sunday. And we'd really like to. You know,
Okay,
push it, boost it, what else?
so on your website in here is what you're looking at,
Well, no. I don't know, I'm in command. Okay, I was on that page,
you're on here,
I was. I'm
okay, so from here, you're gonna click on property landing page template. Should be the fourth one over. And it's gonna open up like this.
interested, let's
Okay.
talk.
Up here under featured listing, it's gonna be search by address or MLS. You know your MLS number, I would search by your MLS, if not, you're just gonna search by the address. And the reason I suggest searching by the address is, you'll notice like when I pull, this one up. There's two different things here that are the same address, obviously, there's enough of a difference in here that you would most likely be able to tell which. One of these is your listing, so you put it in type of a thing.
Hang on a minute. Get my batteries a little bit.
But I would still search by the MLS number because it'll help out easier,
I found it,
so
I've got it here.
2 bedroom. If I put in.
That's what I have on
If I put in the MLS number, I have a better chance of finding the active one. So, best practice is know your MLS number when you're doing these, type in your MLS number in here, and then you're just gonna click your address.
it.
Next one is page title. Now, here's the key for the page title. A page title is what is gonna make your URL. So your URL, like for me, because my website is lexih.kw.com. For me, making this page, the URL is gonna be lexih.kw.com / whatever I put into the page title here. So if I do. A page title of 11 acres in beautiful Lincoln County. If that's my page title, guess what my URL is? lexih.kw.com / 11-acres in beautiful Lincoln County. It's too long, it's way too
Oh,
long.
yeah,
So I do not suggest giving it a huge long page title. My suggestion for your page title is always just gonna be the address. If you've got a long address like Copper Kettle Creek Mountain Road. Maybe just do like
Trying to say.
Copper Creek or something like that, like it just make it a little bit shorter. But at the same time, I do like using the full addresses, so. Like for this one, it's 3885 Highway 27 in Stanford. For me, the page title on this is just 3885 US 27. Or you could do Highway 27 if you wanted to, but I would just use a shorter version of your address for your page title. And remember that spaces are gonna become dashes. So,
Here.
okay,
What becomes dashes?
spaces.
Space. I see that.
Next one is under the featured image and video, it's defaulted to custom image, so. Usually, what I suggest everybody does is click custom image and goes to default listing image. Because the majority of the time, you guys are really good at picking the best image as your default listing image, the first image in your MLS listing. So usually we can kind of assume that the default listing image is gonna be the best image of the property. That's what's gonna be at the top of the page. Now, if we went through. Next door photos, they got a beautiful video that does like that, like slow, fast walkthrough of the home. maybe we wanna put that there instead, or maybe we've got a really beautiful drone thing that has something on it, or we've created a Canva like header for it or something, then you would do custom image if you like created just like still graphic PNG JPEG. If you wanted to upload a video, you would do custom video, and then you would come in here, hit new. And they do like Vimeo, I do think most of the. Videographers and those kinds of things, I think I know I've got one here, I gotta talk to them too. I think most of the photo people and those kinds of things use Vimeo as well, so you might just be able to take the Vimeo link. If they provide you a Vimeo link, I would just use their Vimeo link. If not, I do think that it's a very easy thing. To create an account for, shouldn't cost you anything to create a Vimeo, upload the video into there and then use the URL here. That would do the same thing, it would put that video behind right here, is where that video would go. Now, I don't think that sound is gonna come through, but I could be wrong on that. But usually the walkthroughs and stuff are still nice, whether there's sound or not on there, okay? That is it, you have now created a listing landing page that has all the information on here. You can hit add module. And you could add a custom content block. Like, for example, Scott's got an open house coming up. We could, underneath the core details, we could move it up and we could do. Open house. Saturday. I'm just doing this. And then it would show up right here. So you could add a custom content block and put something in there. You could add another image, so you could put your open house flyer in here. So there is ways to kind of add a little bit more to these pages if you wanted to add more to them right here.
More details.
But this is all gonna pull from the MLS, straight out of the MLS, so if anything on here isn't right, if a photo pops up here and you're like. That's not my house, we wanna make sure that you selected the right listing up here. And two, if it's pulling in here, if you've got a typo in here or one of these isn't pulling, it's not pulling. It's pulling from your MLS and your MLS is wrong. Okay. And then you can view it, you can hit this little button right here with the square with the arrow coming out of it. And you can see what it looks like in a full page version. So here's what this looks like. In a full page. So. Super simple, shouldn't take you that long, just hit publish when you're done with it, when you've got it all set up the way that you want. If you do something like adding this open house Saturday 2 to 4 piece in here, make sure on Saturday. After 4, you come in here and delete this content block. So that it doesn't stay, so that somebody doesn't try to show up to an open house next Saturday. Because they saw this page next Wednesday. Or something along those lines, unless you're gonna continue doing so. That's why I actually would suggest not doing something like that, if you wanna do the open house piece of it, I would just post alongside the link on social media open house this weekend. 2 to 4,
The link from,
this right here.
the kernel.
No, well, I mean, yeah, that's what this right here. Is the last part of your link, it's your website / whatever is right here. But you would just hit publish and then it would publish this page.
To what media?
What do you mean?
Where's it published?
Your website. And then if you wanna put it on social media or anything, you just copy the link. You can also publish it to. So if you get in here, if you realize your MLS is screwed up. And you don't wanna publish it right away, you can just save it. It'll just save it as a draft, you can hit this little button and you can schedule it to post. So if you're like, I don't want this page to go live until tomorrow, you can schedule it, or you can hit publish, which will turn it active on your website.
So you just think set, on tomorrow, set. What you mean?
If you wanted it to not go live until tomorrow, you could publish, you could schedule it. But here's the thing with this is a listing landing page. So the only way somebody can navigate to this website is if they have the URL for this page. They can't find it just by going to your website or anything like that, they have to have this URL in order to find this page. So in my opinion, with this listing landing page, if you don't want somebody to see it till tomorrow. Just don't share the link for it till tomorrow, publish it now and then share the link tomorrow. So for the landing pages, I don't think there's ever really a reason to schedule it. But you can if you disagree with me.
No, it just says now, that person now, what happens?
Yeah, I mean, it's just publishing. What were you expecting to happen, like to open the page?
Yeah, I thought it would go,
No.
okay, or good, or.
Yeah, no, I mean, it should say up here somewhere, you should get a little message somewhere,
Work in
On your
progress,
screen.
Work in progress thing.
yeah. But if you hit publish, it should say published up here.
Sunday too cool. Hit publish. Feature. So how do you like that? Okay, maybe.
I have a phone.
It's coming back.
Okay. Are you?
Sorry, you were talking and I started one, sorry.
Gotta find the permanent.
Wait, don't worry about the permalink, ignore the permalink, you don't need the permalink.
Well, I was gonna grab it and
Oh,
push it out.
okay, oh, Dan,
Okay.
oh, Dan's great.
I thought what you said is great.
No, I'm just telling you that this is what makes your link.
Dan.
Ignore this URL, like close that out, like permalink
Love Dan.
is confusing with all the letters, numbers and all that kind of stuff, don't worry about the permalink. If you hit this little preview button up here,
I didn't see it.
it'll take you to your page,
That very but
this button right here. But here's the thing, Scott, your link for you is scottmckenzie.kw.com / whatever you put right here. With the dashes instead of spaces.
yeah.
That's your link. So if you wanna share it on Facebook, you'll go to Facebook and you'll type in scottmckenzie.kw.com / whatever you put in your page title. That's the reason to make the page title short and sweet, is so that the link's not long and you can just type it out. Because the other way to do it is to go back into your dashboard. And I mean, you should be able to hit like copy link address, and then it'll pop it into another window. But. Probably make the page titles short.
Well, I just thought. Well, we're just saying, because it's in Hager Hill to Hager Hill home. Trying to keep it simple.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's too long?
It's fine.
Okay, now how do we get back over there?
What do you mean?
Back to where you are there.
Oh, I just in the top left, hit the 3 lines and then hit dashboard. No, oh, you're in your preview, just exit out of that. Yeah, if you hit the preview button on that page, it's just gonna open a new window, so when you're done viewing your preview, you just hit exit.
Here's the previous one.
It's the square with the arrow pointing up and to the right. Yep, right above the picture in the middle of your screen, there's a square with an arrow pointing up and to the right out of the square. That's your preview button.
That's all I got there. That little square again, how to get back. Thank you.
And then it's just a preview window, so when you're done previewing it, you just exit. Out of the tab, not your window.
Up here. Thank you.
Mhm.
So it's out there on the website. That's
If you hit publish, yes.
the thing I did. Yeah, I did earlier.
Okay, the names. What is your page title?
Here, home.
Maybe,
Where does it say open house? Oh. Should I put? 4/13?
I mean, you can if you want. Just make sure you come back in and edit this.
Yeah, well, you told me to delete it. Something.
Edit this, don't delete the page, edit this.
Well, I may not want to do that in the open house next time.
Are you gonna do it next Sunday too?
I'll do that.
Okay, so after Sunday, you need to come in here and edit this off.
Thought maybe somebody else, or maybe somebody else might do it.
Okay, well, if somebody else does one, then you can leave it, but if somebody else doesn't do one next Sunday, after, on Monday, you need to come in here and take this off.
Oh, okay.
My brother's first house had a living room like this.
Say again?
My brother's first house had a living room like this, a long skinny living room, but his door was like over here, his front door was over here instead of right here. Just this long skinny living room and walls like this, so it must have been an architectural thing whenever those houses were built to do long skinny living rooms,
Seventies.
yeah. Which I don't really understand why you would do it long skinny. Like I kind of understand on like. These type of houses that are long and skinny, like it does kind of make sense, but his was like. A square house, but it had like a whole, it was just,
You know, can you pick out anything unusual about that house?
other than it's like missing this front corner of it,
It's a mobile home.
yeah,
Can you sell?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I would say it down here. Oh, it's not what it is. That garage is awesome, I think.
mhm,
Yeah, it's 3-bay garage, and as long as you're not putting a 30-foot trailer, you know, you put things in. Bedroom's real small, the child, people put kids in, the kids want big, 3 rooms. 4 acres. Garden. Really too close to the road for some malls. At least one that I signed up last night, you know, in another home, obviously. Then, you know, she was, you know, has 3 small children, and the kid. Did one thing in the road, near the road, they appear to come on. That was their option, that was the option to do it. Kind of road, not road.
mhm.
Anyway, what else you see that need to do technically? Technology.
I mean, without being somebody who's gonna spend. Time in your website every week or every other week, and I mean considerable time, that would be my suggestion, especially if you don't wanna do blog posts. Is every time you have a listing, make a property landing page for it and share that. Soon as it's active on the MLS, open your website and make a listing landing page.
Yeah, and I have this landing page already, how do I get back there?
scottmckenzie.kw.com
Okay.
/Hager dash home.
And how do I grab the link? How do I grab the link, which looks like it's,
You're just gonna type in scottmckenzie.kw.com. Whatever you made the page title to be,
Hager Hill Home.
with a dash instead of a space. The fastest way to find it.
I'm sorry, it'd be so simple. I can hear it right now, I can't be. Should be able to see the link, I think.
No, it's just scottmckenzie.kw.com /whatever you make the page title.
Wrong, can't have the social media.
Or search for it, look for it, make sure it looks, put it in your URL. Thing, go to that site and then just copy and paste it.
Look at this. Oh, okay. It looks like this. Yeah,